Clear and crisp, to say the least. Still out of the northwest, anywhere from 10 to almost 15 miles per hour. Not the thunderous, blustery kind of conditions we had the last couple days, but nonetheless, it's a factor. Fort Lee at 33, so is Fair Lawn. New Rochelle, too. Great Neck now down to 31 degrees, and Midwood in the mid-30s. But you can see how it feels more like the 20s when you factor in those northwest winds. So keep that in mind. Heavier coat first off, and then by later on, 47 degrees with the winds a little bit easing a bit here. We're going to call it a little more comfortable than the last couple days. And then fair skies heading into the overnight, temperatures dipping back down into the 30s. So once again, Adele, I'm going to say at least people stuck in traffic are going to have a nice view. We have nice clear skies out there.
I love that positive spin you put on it.
We're trying.
We're trying. For that, let's check in with Maria.
And a beautiful view from Earth Cam looking at the Empire State Building and the no longer full worm moon, but bright and gorgeous. We have clear skies. So great day to get on out and enjoy. It'll be less blustery. And I have to say, you guys have the cutest pets, and this time of day brings me joy. This is Lulu, Harrington Park, New Jersey. Sweet, sweet thing. 43 degrees by 11 a.m. Go run and play outside, because as we head into tomorrow and the weekend, it gets messy, and even into early next week. All the details in the 10-day.
Thanks, Maria.
Wonderful day to enjoy all the parks out there. It'll be a little more comfortable than the last few days, while still breezy. As you mentioned, it is chilly but bright and getting brighter. Look at this gorgeous sky looking into Nassau County. You have Lake Success right there. And yes, we still have temperatures in the 30s, and we still have wind chills in the 20s. So that's something to prepare for today. 34 at Central Park, but it feels like 27. Not quite the level of gustiness that we had the last few days, but we'll kind of forget about that because we've got a messy storm system headed our way starting tomorrow afternoon. It's a coastal low that'll develop. Accumulating snow is likely. We've been talking about that. Heaviest in New Jersey and Hudson Valley, and I'll have you the latest on what we're thinking there. Wind gusts too, 30 miles per hour as this thing cranks up off the shore, especially Saturday, and it should be out of here Saturday afternoon as far as the precipitation goes. So this is what we're looking at, that familiar kind of I-95 corridor, a lot less, maybe in that 1 to 3 inch range. The city right on the edge of that, but as much as 3 to 5 inches of snowfall for most of northwestern New Jersey. We have from Clinton to Sussex, but also Orange County, Sullivan, and Pike County. But we're starting to get some new data in, and so if I'm going to sort of highlight a zone here from Orange County, Putnam, northern Westchester County, where we may see some changes and maybe need to add get these totals a little bit higher. So definitely stay tuned. We'll continue to watch all the data coming in. So as it looks right now, timing remains that it'll be moving in for tomorrow afternoon, and then by overnight Saturday into Sunday, it begins to develop off the coast, pull down that cold air, and we get the city to get some of that snowfall. Also Merrick, Islip, even central and South Jersey before this pulls away and moves on out of here. So enjoy today. It's nice and quiet. We've got 43 degrees by 11 a.m., 48 by 3 p.m. We'll be dipping back down into the 40s by later this evening, with a winter storm is not with us today. It looks good. 31 in White Plains, 32 in Sussex, 26 in Poughkeepsie, 33 in Islip. Still a bit breezy, not quite the blustery levels like we had yesterday. With that said, of course, you factor that in, it feels a lot chillier. So prepare for feel like temperatures in the 20s, at least for now. By 9 a.m., we start to climb out of the 30s. We'll be about 45 degrees at lunchtime. Still brisk enough that there's a wind chill factor, but you can see not as impactful as we head into the evening. Fair skies, 7 p.m. temperature at 44 degrees, and we stay dry through tonight. All right, so it's never a good thing, Adele, when I hear you say if you're stuck there, you're stuck there. There's no way out, and that's the case for some folks on the Gowanus.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're watching this overturned car right now. For this Thursday morning, Maria.
And it's pretty as a picture right now via Earth Cam looking at the Empire State Building. You have that gorgeous full moon, or nearly full moon, and clear skies. But by tomorrow afternoon, a messy scenario setting up, and we already have some winter weather advisories posted for much of northern New Jersey. We'll break down the impacts and the latest timing and totals coming up in the 10-day forecast. I'm a fan. But we have clear skies, so obviously we have that beautiful view of the moon. The sun's coming up. Overall, a nice start to the day. 34 at Central Park, Newark at 35, Islip down to 33. Still a bit of a breeze, so we've got the wind chills down, mainly in the 20s this morning. But the level of the gusts won't be quite at the levels that we were at the last couple of days. And we see that warm glow on the Cross Bronx there, and actually moving, so that's a good thing for Adele. One road that's moving. We've got 48 degrees by 3 p.m., and again, not as not quite as gusty as the last few days, so more comfortable, and then still clear and still dry heading into the overnight ahead of our storm system that we'll talk more about coming up in just a little bit. All right, but happy to see at least the cars going on one roadway, Adele, but you've been watching a lot going on this morning.
Yes, and just to jump on what you're saying with Chopper, they are awesome because they were.
I feel like every Thursday I'm looking ahead to a Friday, Saturday situation, but yeah, it's a good start to the morning, and beautiful sunshine just grabbed the shades as we look near the Midtown Tunnel. It's a lot of sun glare. Those skies are bright. It is clear and dry. 34 now at Central Park. Wind chill still a thing. It feels like 27, so just be prepared for that as you head out the door, although I think the winds will be less of an issue as the day goes on. But of course, more issues take its place by tomorrow, so this is kind of a summary of what we're expecting. Still looking at a coastal storm developing heading into Friday night and early on Saturday. Accumulating snow is likely, especially for New Jersey, northern New Jersey, and the Hudson Valley. Gusty winds along with this, especially on Saturday, could lead to some coastal flooding as well. This good news is it doesn't linger. It kind of heads out by Saturday afternoon, but not before giving a nice healthy dose of some snowfall for some areas. As we still see it right now, especially I-95, including the city, not much in the way of accumulation in immediate northern suburbs here, but you get into, say, Passaic County, Warren and Hunterdon County, Sussex County, Orange County. You're looking at a likelihood here of at least 3 to 5 inches of snowfall, but we're getting some new model data in, and we may have to nudge this a little bit more to include Dutchess, Putnam, parts of Rockland and Westchester County, maybe a little bit higher end here on that 1 to 3. So that's some change that we could be looking at over the next couple of hours. So you definitely want to stay tuned. Now, as far as timing goes, that's still on track. It's tomorrow afternoon. So the morning commute and the kids from school should be pretty good here. But by the time they're heading off the school bus, it does get to be a little bit messier. It's mainly rain for Long Island and the city, but you can still see the snow going through Saturday morning north of the city, and then that colder air pulls it down, and we could see a little flip for a little bit to more snowfall, especially across Central and South Jersey. But enjoy today. We do have temperatures climbing into the mid-40s by noontime. Still a bit breezy, but it is going to be quiet through tomorrow.